By California, from the sea to the sea.
Tonight, a special presentation.
Passing, or are we learning from them?
Only debate with
as we celebrate 70 years of KOVR from momentous days.
A young woman rushed through the crowd toward the president. She held a .45 caliber weapon.
To milestones.
Analog television is going away in 3, 2, 1.
And even some wild memories.
All of a sudden, my photographer starts yelling at me. That could have been the end of it right there.
We take you behind these scenes.
Greg, we need to go out on a story right away.
I was the first female reporter that the station hired.
Giving you an inside look at the stories we've covered.
Let me turn that off.
The phone is ringing. Is he going to answer it?
And our commitment to your community. Moving forward.
Your reporter.
Getting accountability.
Different Senate committees passed a bill last year.
Action.
And I also want to say, without you, without CBS, a lot of this wouldn't happen.
Why do court documents say she's still telling people she's been kidnapped?
And as always, getting answers.
I take pride in that.
Television Diablo is on the air.
Here now are Tony Lopez and Marley Ginter.
And yes, here we are to celebrate 70 years, Marley, of KOVR. And you know us today as CBS 13 or CBS Sacramento, but back in the day, our call letters KOVR, they meant something. Notice the play on the word cover, because we've been covering news for you ever since.
And we have seen it all, really, from every corner of Northern California. But this is where it all started. 225 East Minor Avenue in downtown Stockton. What better spot to start this 1-hour special than right where it began in 1954?
It really is something to think about. We have plenty to cover for you today. This is where we flip the switch. This building behind us doesn't look like much right now along this busy stretch of Stockton, but this is where it all began 7 decades ago. We started telling stories that matter to the community. We started telling you everything you need to know, and we also started getting you answers.
Stand by California, from the sea to the sea.
Monday, September 6th, 1954.
With 141,000 watts of power.
TV dials switched over to Channel 13.
Transmitted from 4,012 feet in the sky. KOVR.
And at 7 p.m., KOVR went on the air for the first time via transmitter from atop Mount Diablo.
Television Diablo is on the air.
By 1961, we were broadcasting from a new tower at Walnut Grove. Chuck Haight was one of our first engineers. Check out this old footage we found of him, talking about what it took to send our signal to homes across the region.
At the time, it was the largest man-made structure this side of the Mississippi.
We've had a lot of different brands over the years.
All today's news from California's capital news station, Newswatch 13.
We were even an ABC affiliate at one point.
We're ABC in California.
Meanwhile, the former governor was stumping in New Hampshire.
But in the less rapid days of Sacramento television,
and have had several owners, including the McClatchy family, who also owned the Bee newspaper. In fact, their logo, one's ours, a bee named TV.
TV would put the call letters into his hat, put the hat on, and then fly over and climb into bed, pull the covers up, say good night, and go to sleep. And that's what they used at sign-off.
Good night.
In 1985, we became the first TV station in Northern California to broadcast in full-range stereo.
To bring you the latest and the very finest in television programming and technology.
Like the advent of color, stereo sound will enhance your television viewing. Now, listen to the difference.
Fast forward another 20 years when we made the switch from analog to digital TV.
So in about 5 seconds, this switch will take place. Analog television is going away in 3, 2, 1.
everybody. Thanks for joining us.
It was around the same time when CBS bought the station, ultimately expanding network programming and adding several hours of local news throughout the years.
Modern medical science.
And we'll be back tonight at 6.
Now to CBS Evening News.
Yeah, a few familiar faces in that piece, right? And we're going to see more and hear from some of them throughout this next hour.
It's really incredible to see how things were so different then versus now, and really the changes along the way.
The wardrobe changes, the hairstyle changes. So speaking of changes, like we went from this to this.
And before that, this to this.
Just a bit brighter. That red would have been wasted back in the day, right? Now in a little bit, we're going to dive deeper into how technology has changed over the years. For you, certainly, but for us as well. How we can bring you the news in the blink of an eye now in ways we never thought would have been possible 7 decades ago.
First, let's bring in Curtis Ming to talk about how the programs you've watched right here have developed over the last 70 years.
You guys are in Stockton. I'm back here at the station in West Sacramento, where this is all of the footage our photographers have shot over the years, and we had to dig pretty deep to find some of the programs that we aired here on KOVR over the past 7 decades. Whether it was Mitch Agris, Charlie Duncan, or Jim Keating, Cap'n Delta, the so-called Mr. Rogers of its time, was one of the first local programs to air on KOVR, starting in 1961. Here's Duncan years after he hung up the captain hat. He says viewers were so hungry in the early days of television, he became an instant celebrity.
You go to a restaurant, people recognized you. I'd go out and visit schools. Sometimes that was kind of wild. The kids would get almost out of hand.
Ventriloquist Ron Reynolds was one of our first cartoon show hosts, but it was Art Finley who moved to Stockton in the 1950s and brought the show Tooneytown to KOVR. There was also the Morning Scene with Chet Castleman.
You know how we feel about local talent on Morning Scene.
See that guy playing the piano? He also played Rolf in The Sound of Music. Through the years, in the course of various owners and affiliations, local programming would evolve.
Hi, I'm Tara O'Leary. Join me this week on Ask a Woman.
And expand, especially the role of morning news.
And it's all coming up this morning on Good Morning California. Oh my! Good morning! Whoa!
That's former Good Morning California anchor Kathy Diamond. She moved from North Carolina to Northern California in the early 80s to create and host the show with Jerry Wallace, which was broadcast from our Stockton studio.
Good Morning California was an amazing amalgam of public affairs, entertainment, helpful information, community enlightenment, and just plain fun sometimes.
We'll see you right here tomorrow, okay?
The pair helped lay the foundation of early local news into what it is today.
KOVR's 13 News Daybreak.
Good morning, everyone. 5:30 on this Wednesday, March 22nd. I guess you could guess who's coming right up.
Oh, goodness. We'll have more on what the governor said about this delay coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, so for now, let's get a check on that forecast.
And KOVR is stronger than ever, thanks to our sister station, KMAX 31. We joined forces back in 2005, becoming a CBS-owned duopoly. And with that, we joined forces with a morning show that's been a fan favorite for nearly 30 years.
This is Good Day.
Over the years, we've added several newscasts on both KOVR and KMAX 31 geared at getting you answers.
Breaking news from CBS 13.
There's a violent 24 hours in Sacramento County with 3 shootings.
We started 70 years ago with people watching us on TVs with rabbit ears, as we've evolved to also being online at CBSSacramento.com and on our 24/7 streaming channel, CBS News Sacramento. We can't wait to see what's next.
Always streaming on CBS News Sacramento.
It's incredible to think it took these old bulky tapes to get our programs on the air here at KOVR.
Wow, Curtis, that really is wild to see how we used film to get everything out to viewers. Now, you can all just swipe right on your phone to see everything.
Curtis, perfect for this assignment, right? When we need to find that information, we call Curtis on that as well. Now, we told you that we're in front of our first news studio in Stockton from way back in the day. But you know what? this wasn't the only place where we've had studios over the years.
Back in the day, we used to cover San Francisco and the Bay Area. That's no longer part of our market, as they say in the business. But in 1955, we had a second studio in San Francisco, Mark Hopkins Hotel on the city's famous Nob Hill.
We would eventually set up shop in Sacramento's Arden Arcade neighborhood before moving to our current station in West Sacramento in the 90s.
So let's welcome you in and get on set for the rest of the hour. You ready, Tony?
Let's do it. Not too shabby, pretty nice, right? You know, when you look around the studio, you think about all the screens that people use to watch TV on. Then you see the massive screens behind us and beside us. I mean, wow, technology has come a long way.
It sure has, but not just in the screen you see us on, but in the way we gather and present what you see on that screen.
Wait until you see this. Dominic Garcia with CBS 13 Mornings is here to demonstrate just exactly what we mean.
Hey guys, you and I know this, but I bet a lot of our viewers don't know that we used to have to use big satellite trucks to get our reporters live on air. We'd have to put up that big dish to transmit a signal. Time went on though, things got smaller and smaller. We then moved to microwave trucks. Nowadays, all we need is a simple little backpack. This uses cell phone technology to transmit a signal, and we can get reporters on air within minutes.
Antonio, Texas, and Columbus are 100 sensitive to this.
Everything has changed.
How this industry has changed over the years. I mean, my gosh.
The technology, of course. The technology has changed.
Oh my God, there's so much. There's so much.
Stand up.
Think about how much technology is transformed over the course of your life. Whether it's a computer, a phone, or a TV, the things we've come to use every day are constantly changing. And that couldn't be more true when it comes to TV streaming and digital news. So, who better to turn to talk about those changes than some of the people who've been with us the longest over our 70 years?
I'm James Taylor. I'm a photojournalist, and I've worked here for 30 years.
My name is Dennis Lopez, and I'm a photojournalist here at KOVR.
Jonathan Maris, coordinating director.
My name is Dave Grassoff, and I've been here for almost 30 years.
My name is Ralph Cervantes. I'm a news videographer, and I've been here since 1999. You do the math.
Take 10.
You see, many of those 1 or 2 minute stories you watch on our air, or packages as we call them, sometimes take hours to put together. But before technology really advanced, it used to take an entire day.
People getting in the business now have no idea what it was like. News gathering wasn't as fast, not as quick, and getting information was definitely not as fast.
When I first began, we were shooting on tape, but there were no time codes. So for people that aren't familiar with it, time code is what allows us to get precisely to that spot in the tape. And if we didn't have that, we had to go back and forth, shuttling the tape to try to find that one spot where the soundbite begins, and editing a package during those days was a lot tougher.
Today it's mouse. You grab your video, you loop it, you click, 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 click. It's all click of the mouse.
The industry would transition from film, when we started in 1954, to several different types of tape.
Well, remember that old dispute in people's homes between Beta and VHS? The same thing happened in our industry, where there was actually something called Beta, a professional grade Beta, and then there were other types of tapes, like 3/4 inch tapes.
And if you thought the VHS tapes you used to put in your camcorder were big, you've never seen a 3/4 inch tape.
A tape about that big, and it's 3/4 of an inch tape that reside inside this plastic box.
Tapes around this size.
Once it was time for air, getting live meant staying close to one of our transmitters.
It was a really long cable strung out the front door of the building, and we did our live shots on the front steps of the station.
Other times it meant
they sent us up with a satellite truck, big truck.
We're on a TV live truck. You could get the mast high enough, usually 35 to 45 feet in the air the mast would go, and be able to hit a tower in downtown Sacramento. But the whole time you're turning this dish and it's just taking a toll on your neck, and it was brutal. Now we have live view technology. Is basically like FaceTiming really is what it boils down to, the easiest way to say it. So basically I flip a switch on, and if I have a decent cell signal, I'm live.
While technology may have changed how we do our jobs, it's never changed why we do.
It's all about public service. It's important, I think, and that's what we do. we provide a public service.
TV is not always easy. For the most part, we make it look easy, but there's a lot of moving components. And so, but when you put together a great team, you know, which obviously 70 years of doing news, there's been some pretty darn good teams here. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the people I work with.
What is it?
It's a great job, man. It really is.
It's crazy to think about how far we've come. My first job when I first started was, they called it running tapes, and every element of the show was divided into a single tape. So you would have just rows and rows of tapes and a deck, and you'd have to keep putting all the tapes in, taking them out, putting them in, taking them out. It was a beginner job, but it might have been the most important job, and I've never felt so much pressure, and now it's just computers.
It was a chore, but it was well worth it through the years. Now, piece of cake, lightweight stuff as we gather news for you.
Let's move the old weather map over. We'll tell you all about the weather here in California today.
So now we'll look at some of the temperature readings that we enjoyed through California.
96 was our high today, 93 in Stockton, 96 in Modesto.
52 in Sacramento, Stockton 49.
And our wind direction out of the north, that's a warming and drying wind.
That heat dome, that shield of heat starts to push away.
It's easy to say a common theme of this show is change. And over the course of 70 years, well, you'd expect that, right?
Think about it. In 1954, when we started, television was in black and white. Satellite and radar weren't even a thing until the 1960s.
Seems like the perfect time to bring in your first alert weather, Chief Meteorologist Nick Mariano. So Nick, you're going to walk us through what things would have been like for your colleagues in the past versus what they're like today, right?
Yeah, could you imagine, you know, time before satellite era and before radar, where we had really no observations except for what was reported at the ground level. So in California, those Pacific storms, all you needed were ships out over the coast saying, hey, a storm's coming. But with the introduction of radar and satellite, that changed everything in local news in terms of presenting the weather forecast. Back in the day when weather radar was first starting to get going here, it was black and white. It was very simple, only just basic rain detection in place there that were observations there across this. What you're seeing, though, black and white radar, in this case, it was a hurricane. This is back in 1960, but it's changed a lot since then. And all it was with the meteorologist was a lot of work. Meteorologists would take the transparent sheet of paper. Every time the radar did a scan, it would flash this image up, and the meteorologist would put a circle around it and notate it. The next scan, same thing. So that's how you're able to detect its movement there and its direction with the storm of where it was headed. And then you fast forward to where radar is now, and it's a lot more advanced. You have color coded in terms of heavier precipitation. So it just makes a world of a difference for a meteorologist to track the storm, bringing it down to a local level there. So the modern radar of today, again, is just a whole different situation, allowing for that precise storm tracking, viewing wind speeds inside the storm, even scanning storms into 3D. So of course, a lot has changed over the years. And back in the day, it was more about giving the generalized areas of rain. Today, with modern technology, that allows our first alert weather team to give pinpoint forecasts down to neighborhoods and street level, highlighting Northern California's microclimate. So for more on that, let's bring in our CBS 13 morning meteorologist, Tracy Humphrey.
Whether it's a heat wave on the valley floor, or wildfires in the foothills, or a major winter storm in the Sierra, that technology is a driving force behind not only the forecast, but how we cover natural disasters. So here are your reporters with the impact of those disasters on their communities.
I'm Ashley Sharp, your reporter covering Yolo and Solano counties, which could feel the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake miles and miles from the epicenter. The 6.9 quake struck along a section of the San Andreas Fault just after 5 o'clock, October 17th. 63 people died. Downtown Santa Cruz and San Francisco's Marina District crumbled as several story buildings and homes became street level. A section of the Bay Bridge collapsed. But traffic was lighter on the bridge that day because many headed to Candlestick Park for the World Series game between the Giants and the A's, likely preventing a larger death toll.
I'm Brady Halbleib, your reporter covering Placer County, and that means Tahoe. And we all know in just a few months it is going to look a whole lot different. And KOVR no stranger to doing what it takes to cover the story throughout the years from the foothills to the summit.
I'm Shelby Riley, your reporter covering El Dorado County, which has seen its fair share of massive wildfires over the years, including the Caldor fire, which burned more than 200,000 acres in 2021 and decimated the town of Grizzly Flats. But the most destructive fire we've covered in our 70 years was the deadliest in the state, the 2018 Camp Fire in Butte County, which wiped out the town of Paradise.
Are they coming for us? Come on. Watch out, watch out.
I thought I moved to Paradise, and it looks like I'm driving through hell.
A PG&E transmission line failed amid high winds, sparking the blaze that would ultimately take the lives of 85 people and level thousands of homes.
From fire to rain, I'm your reporter Kayla Moeller, covering Nevada, Sutter, and Yuba counties, which have all seen devastating floods.
So happy they got to see us. And the guys did a great job getting us out of a real tough spot with overhead wires and the trees, and it was kind of rough.
All you can see from the air?
The Marysville floods of 1997. The region sat underwater after record rain and a levee break on the eastern bank of the Feather River. 3 people in Yuba County alone were killed, and roughly 1,000 homes were lost.
In Yuba County, total devastation.
I'm Rachel Wolf for CBS 13 Mornings. It was a similar scene in 2023 when an atmospheric river pummeled Sacramento County, causing several levees in Wilton to breach. Flash floods rolled across parts of Highway 99. Our cameras were there as many were rescued from their cars, but not everyone could be saved. The water's killing 3 people. It would be weeks before repairs would be made to the levees, finally receiving funding after CBS 13's repeated coverage.
Without CBS, a lot of this wouldn't happen. You guys have been awesome. Our district wants to thank you. I personally want to thank you for the work that you've done.
Thank you. We're happy to help. It's for the benefit of the public good. We're happy to help.
Crimes like this.
Coming up, they're the stories that kept people glued to their TV screens.
And I realized I couldn't get to her before they took off. But here, I mean, who's prepared for a kidnapping?
And put Northern California in the national spotlight.
First of all, why would you leave Lacey, who was 8.5 months pregnant, alone to go fishing on Christmas Eve?
Okay.
We take you beyond the headlines and behind the scenes with an inside look from those who covered some of the most shocking, high-profile crimes of our time.
One of the first things he said is, you need to take off your shoes.
Plus, service, scandals, even an attempted presidential assassination. We look back at 70 years of coverage at the state capitol.
And the greatest thing about Washington's birthday sales is that it's the one time a year you can get a really cheap lei. I'm Joan Edmondson, probably no longer working for Action News 13.
All those of us over 75, well, you may not know them like this clown right here, but about 10,000 people at least were here tonight because that's how many fans were out here. Some like these.
Coming up tomorrow morning at daybreak, we'll have a preview of this weekend's Eppie's Great Race.
And I'll tell you how hot the weekend weather will be, and of course we'll have everything you need to know to avoid delays in the morning commute. I'm Brad Pitt.
I'm Tom Cruise. We'll see you tomorrow morning on Daybreak.
Do you mind if I get your name from you?
I'm on state parole. You ain't get nothing from me.
Oh, okay.
You get money. Get his name.
You want to talk to us?
Yeah.
Some days it pays to stay in bed, I guess. I don't know.
Or get into bed, which we are going to do. That's a report. Thanks for joining us.
Good night. Think back to when you were growing up, if you could remember that for a minute. Chances are you or someone you knew owned a Barbie doll.
See, in the prompter it says you owned a bar.
Best action I've got in about 8 months.
They say one of the good things about spending time at a nudist resort is that you can't tell the doctors and lawyers from the auto mechanics because no one's wearing any clothes. Everyone's undercover. Yeah. Reporting undercover, Paul Johnsich, KOVR 13 News.
I'm glad that Amber came forward. You want me to turn that off?
Yeah, what is that?
That's my phone, unfortunately. I thought it was off.
If I were in his shoes and that phone was ringing and my wife and my unborn child were missing, I would have jumped up in a second to go get that phone.
It's a crime that shook people to their core. The disappearance and murder of Modesto's Lacey Peterson and her unborn son, Connor, all at the hands of her husband and father-to-be, Scott Peterson.
And those moments you just saw there, where Peterson asked our crew doing the interview if they wanted him to turn his phone off, that thrust that interview into the national spotlight.
Sadly, it's just one of dozens of high-profile crimes that As part of our job, we've had to bring you over 70 years.
In the last 7 decades, KOVR has been there on days that prove sometimes real life is darker than fiction. Here's your reporter, Madison Keevy.
She's a very evil woman.
I had nothing to do with Lacey's disappearance.
These are the crimes that rocked our communities and captivated the country.
The last time the East Area rapist struck in this area was April of 1978. And the question that everyone hopes isn't answered is, when will he strike again?
Known by a whisper and a few composite sketches, the Visalia ransacker, the East Area rapist.
The masked assailant, who has wielded a knife and gun, raped 30 women in the Sacramento area.
Decades later, in 2020, answers inside a Citrus Heights home. DNA evidence and a genealogy site ID'd the man who now only needed one name: the Golden State Killer.
Joseph D'Angelo appeared emotionless here in court.
Sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, confessing to 13 murders and dozens of rapes.
I've listened to all your statements, and I'm truly sorry.
Vampire killer Richard Trenton Chase terrorizes neighborhoods.
More Sacramento terror. This time, the killer convicted of 6 violent murders in the span of a month.
When she realized she was being followed by a former fellow student at Miraloma High School.
I realize I'm trying to get off parole. I'm trying to...
That's Dorothea Puente.
Get my life together.
A Sacramento boarding house owner found guilty of killing at least 9 of her elderly and disabled tenants in the 1980s.
She's a very evil woman, and it comes out in everything she says and does.
Their bodies buried on her property, and she'd collect their Social Security benefits.
As the search for bodies continued today, Marshall Lozano was still having trouble believing that his good friend Dorothea was the evil woman that others described.
The Speed Freak Killers.
Lauren Herzog and Wesley Sherman.
A serial killer duo convicted in 4 murders, claiming more than 70 in and around San Joaquin County, according to letters he sent our newsroom.
He admitted, "I had an active role."
This serial killer is on the loose.
An 18-month spree and a manhunt for the Stockton serial killer. CBS 13, one of the first to speak with the only survivor.
So I prayed for him.
Only in interviews do we learn more about the suspects behind these crimes.
The Ted I knew disappeared.
Theodore Kaczynski, the so-called Unabomber, behind a series of deadly bombings that spanned 20 years, 2 in Sacramento. It was Kaczynski's brother who tipped off police before his arrest.
I was feeling something I really didn't expect to feel at all, which was a deep sense of unease, fear.
Nearly 4 months since the 11-year-old J.C. Dugard was kidnapped by a man and woman in a gray car has
That was 1991 in South Lake Tahoe. Photojournalist Dennis Lopez behind the camera.
One of the things that stick out was they moved up to Lake Tahoe to get away from LA and the crime.
Lopez still remembers this interview.
I jumped on a mountain bike, I started up the hill, and I realized I couldn't get to her before they took off.
I couldn't believe he was talking to us. I mean, again, that's what makes us feel special, that he allowed us to do that and tell that story.
At times, tragedy played out on KOVR Live. 4 gunmen held 50 hostages inside the Good Guys electronics store. It ended in a violent shootout after more than 12 hours. July 1976, 130 miles from the state capitol in Chowchilla. A school bus carrying 26 children and their driver hijacked.
They were herded into moving vans, then hidden in a trailer buried in a rock quarry. After 15 hours, they dug their way out.
The Cleveland Elementary School shooting, one of the deadliest in U.S. history at the time. Some crimes haven't left the headlines.
Why do court documents say she's still telling people she's been kidnapped?
Sherry Papini, who faked her own kidnapping in 2016, then admitted to the hoax, was convicted of fraud and false statements.
I had nothing to do with Lacey's disappearance.
Back in the headlines and in a courtroom, Scott Peterson.
There are a lot of suspicions out there.
Convicted for killing his pregnant wife, Lacey, in 2002.
It was my opportunity to follow Scott Peterson.
Photojournalist Ralph Cervantes remembers behind the scenes.
Somewhere here.
Walking back, there was chalkboard that had Merry Christmas on it. And I knew that Lacey had wrote that.
It's pretty wearing on all of us. It's changed our lives.
Stockton teen Kristen Smart disappeared in 1996 as a freshman at Cal Poly. Her former classmate, the last person to see her alive.
Investigators have a prime suspect in the Smart case, but don't have the evidence to arrest him.
More than 2 decades later, our cameras were there as that classmate was convicted in her death.
You could both see and hear the Smart family's reaction to something that they've been waiting for 26 years.
Wow, Madison, thank you. How impactful was that? And it's been said that all roads lead through Northern California, certainly applying to the big crime stories that have happened over the years. And as we look back, we can't forget the victims that have been impacted by those crimes. And now Marley's standing by with how the layers of these crime stories have really broadened out over the years. Marley?
That's right, Tony. And it is daunting to take a walk through all that history, isn't it? Some of those crimes even touched the political spectrum. In fact, you may remember in 2001, the murder of Chandra Levy. At the time, former Northern California Congressman Gary Condit was named a suspect after confessing to having an affair with the staffer in D.C. Well, with all those stories, I thought we'd bring you here into transmission. That's what we call this place. It's where we take hundreds of videos, what we call feeds, every day, from the nation's capital to our state capital. Our Politics at Large reporter Steve Large walks us through some of the most captivating stories we've covered on both sides of the aisle.
Well, it's all about capturing political history in the making. In this day and age, so much of what we do is on our phones, but take a step back in history, and there was only one way to watch it: on TV.
And it was a very memorable moment in the history of Newswatch 13.
KOVR political reporters.
There are no other alternatives here. There's a strong sentimental feeling about the Senator Hotel.
Many people thought President Reagan has been the best.
Providing decades of service with a smile.
Oh, we just missed the shot. George Bush and George Desmadian just peered over that rail up there in the rotunda.
I was courteous to you, now you be courteous to me.
This was 1988.
Pat Nolan is a true leader. He's not a petulant, spoiled child obsessed with gaining personal attention and glory.
A state capitol soundbite for the ages. KOVR reporter John Iender captured it, covering the Gang of Five, seeking to take down Speaker Willie Brown.
I wondered if the stress of this leadership fight might someday drive him to resign.
I don't think that there could be anything except the removal of my ability to breathe that would be stressful or would cause me to change my course of direction.
Congressman Gary Condit, in his first interview with
in 2001, from stress to scandal.
I tried to get a better understanding.
KOVR's Jody Hernandez got the Get interview with then Congressmember Gary Condit during the search for Chandra Levy.
Did you have an affair with Chandra Levy?
Listen, Jody, I've been married for 34 years, and I've not been a perfect man.
This is what took place September 5th.
1975. KOVR cameras were rolling during Charles Manson follower Squeaky Fromm's assassination attempt on President Gerald Ford on the state capitol grounds. KOVR reporter Susan Harris was there as it happened.
It was then that I heard a scuffle behind me. I turned around, I saw a commotion in the crowd, and I knew immediately what had happened.
Fromm was quickly arrested.
That film not only was used by the network, it was a vital piece of evidence in the trial of Squeaky Lynette Fromm.
We're going to walk on this racist power structure, and we're going to say to the whole damn government, stick them up.
In 1967, our cameras recorded the Black Panther armed protest at the Capitol.
I have these Black Panthers up here with guns on the second floor.
Storming the state capitol, guns loaded, the Panthers found ways to be heard.
In response, state legislators crafted a new law, making it a felony to publicly carry a loaded firearm without a permit. 1995, President Bill Clinton toured Roseville.
As residents watched closely, Mr. Clinton walked the hardest-hit neighborhood.
Following massive flooding that destroyed homes, KOVR's John Lobertini reported on Clinton and the crowds.
Then the unexpected. Mr. Clinton wanted to tour flood-ravaged Rio Linda. But while in town, he stopped at the Archway Frosty Drive-In. The president ordered a bowl of chili and a Diet Pepsi. The meal was on the house.
2001, KOVR's George Franco was first on this fiery scene at the Capitol with a camera rolling.
Photographer Manuel Diaz and I heard explosions on the south side of the Capitol.
The driver of an 18-wheeler plowing into the building.
I was standing on the corner of 11th and O.
7 decades sharing shocking.
I'm George Franco, KOVR 13 News.
And historic stories.
Joan Edmondson, KOVR 13 News.
Jeff Levine, Action News 13, Sacramento.
Bill Evans, Newswatch 13.
A lot of the stories we do in one day, but others require days, weeks, even months to do, especially investigations. And that's where we bring in our own CBS California investigative correspondent, Julie Watts.
I've been your investigative reporter for several years, but we recently launched a new franchise, CBS News California Investigates, where our investigations run on CBS stations across the state. Because, frankly, it became pretty clear that the things we're uncovering here in Northern California and in California's capital impact tens of millions of people across California. Many of my stories are a hybrid of investigations and capital accountability reports. And frankly, there are a lot of questionable things that happen inside the state capitol. My job is to take you inside the building and show you what's really happening when your lawmakers, elected officials, and other powerful folks think nobody's watching. Another part of what we do is something called solutions-based journalism. It's where we don't just uncover the problem, we figure out what the possible solutions are and who can get them done. And speaking of solutions, that's what Carl Curtis, otherwise known as Curtis Ming, and his team do every day. Find solutions to your problem. He's the only one in the market with a team of people who go to bat for viewers. In fact, they help people with so many things that a lot of the problems they fix never even make it on the air. Bottom line, together, our stories change laws and change lives. And we don't say that to sound self-serving. We want you to know that whether it's saving someone money or holding the powerful accountable, we are deeply passionate about what we do and the impact it has on our community.
Still ahead, from cruising to a jailhouse concert.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
The pop culture moments that once reigned over Northern California. First, a look back with former Stockton reporter Craig Prosser, who nearly became the story when a shade structure at Weber Point failed with his camera rolling.
Let me see what's happening here. I turned around and ran, and when I ran, I had only so much real estate, and that could have been the end of it right there. And the water begins. I figured that I had outrun the length of the poles, though.
Hi, I'm Michael Marks, your produce man, and I've been getting you produce answers for 35 years right here on KOVR CBS 13. That's right, KOVR has been on for 70 years, and I've been here half that time. The story actually began on the first day of winter in 1988. I was taking kiwi fruit, California kiwi fruit, to every radio and TV station in Sacramento and talking about California kiwi fruit. When I arrived at Arden Way to KOVR at the time, I gave a gift box of kiwi fruit to Tom Loftman, the weather anchor at the time. And in the corner was Dewey Hopper. Dewey Hopper wheeled around and looked at me and said, "Were you on FM 102 this morning?" And I said, "Yes, I was." "Were you talking about kiwi fruit this morning?" I said, "Yes, I was." He said, "That was really funny. Would you like to try television?" I said, "I'll try television." So February 1989, I tried television, and I've been on for 35 years since. And I haven't run out of things to talk about. Thanks for watching.
Michael has definitely left his mark here at KOVR. You saw what I did that, right? Michael Marks. You could say he's a kind of cultural icon here. Did you know his wife, Julie, makes all of his produce shirts?
All of them.
All of them.
I want one, at least one, Julie. Let us be impressed by that. So Michael's been with us for 35 years, half the time that our station has existed. But we've got some other pop culture history we've covered over 70 years we want to share with you. Hunter Sowers is taking a look back at that.
Hey there, guys, that's right. I'm here in the control room. This is a little place we like to call the booth. So many of our producers, directors, the people behind the scenes, well, they're the ones who have really gotten a front row seat to history and a lot of the really fun moments that have happened across the years. And we have some questions for you. What do Queen Elizabeth II, leapfrogs, and Star Wars all have in common? Your reporters are getting answers.
I'm your reporter covering Sacramento County, Tori Apodaca, near the Johnny Cash Trail in Folsom, where people can walk the line just like Johnny Cash did, who had newfound fame after recording an album in concert at the nearby Folsom State Prison.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
It was January 13th, 1968. He wore black, inmates wore blue, as Cash sang a fictional song about a prisoner.
I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on.
Stockton native Gene Bealey was a newspaper writer back then and got the assignment of a lifetime.
No one had any idea that it would become a historic event.
Cash wasn't the only big name to visit Sacramento back in the day. Willie Nelson once held two so-called California picnics in the 80s, bringing acts like the Oak Ridge Boys and Merle Haggard to Hughes Stadium at Sac City College. Frank Sinatra performed across the region a handful of times. Did you know he's the uncle of former KOVR reporter John Iender?
Every time I hear his music, I remember today when I was a little kid walking down Beaumont Drive, looking up at his bedroom and hearing him practice those songs.
I'm your reporter covering San Joaquin County, Esteban Reynoso, and Hollywood also found a home here in downtown Stockton at the Bob Hope Theater that now sits on East Main Street. The theater was dedicated to the legendary comedian in 2004 after a 10-year restoration project on what used to be called the Fox California Theater, built in 1930. Stockton native and billionaire Alex Spanos performed on stage with Hope for decades and recommended the name change. Here he is the night of the grand opening.
If he was here, we'd be up on stage singing and dancing.
Thank you so much.
So?
And from the stars of Hollywood to being among them.
Dream. I want to be an astronaut.
That's Michael Peña portraying Stockton native and NASA astronaut Jose Hernandez in the movie A Million Miles Away. Hernandez grew up working the crops of the San Joaquin Valley and was rejected from NASA 11 times before ultimately being selected to fulfill a 14-day mission, performing spacewalks and resupplying the International Space Station.
I'm your reporter covering Stanislaus County, Nina Burns, with the movie known for putting Modesto on the map. 1973's American Graffiti put the spotlight on the Central Valley, cruising and a newcomer, Harrison Ford, in his first starring role. Creator and Modesto native George Lucas would go on to make more movies with Ford, including Indiana Jones and a little something you may have heard of, Star Wars.
Somebody has to save our skins.
Also of Modesto fame, family, friends, and complete strangers filled the State Theater in 2008 to see if he took home the Oscar for Best Actor. It was dubbed the Rally for Runner, something they do again after the A-list actor nearly died when he was run over by his 14,000-pound snowplow New Year's Day 2023 near his Lake Tahoe home.
He tried to jump on it?
He tried to jump on it into the thing, and it took him under.
I'm your reporter covering Sacramento County, Madison Keevee. You might recognize this house in East Sacramento. It put the Fab 40s front and center. And it's all thanks to a hometown girl.
If I lived here, I would definitely have my wedding in the backyard.
You might know her from a little film she recently did.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
Homegrown director Greta Gerwig made the farm to fort capital famous with her film Lady Bird. It was nominated for an Academy Award in 2018. Just a few years later, another daughter of Sacramento, Jessica Chastain, would make her hometown proud, winning her first Oscar for Best Actress for her portrayal of Tammy Faye Baker. And you can bet both women grew up going to a Sacramento staple, Tower Records. Russell Solomon opened the store on Watt Avenue in 1960.
We stand for a part of the culture, the musical culture that was happening in the world and in this country.
Little did he know it would become one of the biggest record store chains in the nation before he retired in his 80s and turned the store over, which later closed and was torn down. You can bet one of the bands they couldn't keep in stock at Tower.
The Beatles!
Just 4 years after they appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show, the Fab Four hit the stage at the Fox Senator Theater on K Street, which was later demolished.
Downtown to Midtown. I'm Steve Large at Sutter's Fort, where another icon from across the pond once made a stop in Sacramento. Massive crowds met the now late monarch and her husband, Prince Philip, the royals receiving the royal treatment in March 1983 as part of a tour of California where they were greeted by mountain men and pioneer women before heading to the Capitol to meet lawmakers. And it's at the Capitol where an event that started in Calaveras County has now leaped the annual Jumping Frog Jubilee. Born and still celebrated in Gold Country, but brought to fame thanks to one-time Angel Camp townsman Mark Twain.
Well, forget New York City, forget even Hollywood. Who knew we had so many iconic connections to right here in the Capital Region?
That is such a nice look back. So many people from right here in our backyard have gone on to do such big things.
Who needs Hollywood?
Right,
We got
impressive.
NorCal.
Up next, two small words with a very big impact.
Your reporter. Your reporter.
Your reporter.
Our commitment to your community as we look to the next 70 years. First, ever wonder what it was like for the first female reporter at KOVR? Here's the late Susan Harris, whose chief photographer worried the somewhat salty language of his all-male staff might offend her.
So he installed, unbeknownst to me, a red light in the photo lab, and someone in the newsroom would call him when I was getting ready to go back to edit, and he'd flip this button and this red light would flash, so all the guys back there would clean their language up.
Congrats, KOVR, on 70 years of getting answers for your viewers right there in Sacramento.
Thanks, Gail. Such a nice message. And you know, we really strive on getting those answers. It's not just words thrown up. We strive on making that happen each and every day. And another thing we enjoy is working for our communities.
Phone number. Now let's go back to Disneyland.
From telethons to toy drives to backpack giveaways, we feel a real responsibility to use our platforms to help people in any way we can. Many times we work hand in hand with our advertisers to make that happen. Here's our Director of Sales, Gavin Joe.
To do it successfully, the station, KMAX and KOVR, have to be a huge part of it to spread the message. And then we look at, okay, are there any other of our advertisers that want to help with this? And that's how it just grows bigger and bigger. And the more money we generate to help support the project, the broader the message and bigger the message is.
We really appreciate all the work that Gavin does. So hard that he works.
And his entire team as well.
You bet. Well, okay, so much of this hour, we've been taking a look back.
We've learned a lot over the last 70 years, and nothing makes us more proud than to give you a voice. And that's why we're giving you your reporter.
Stand by, California. For 70 years, KOVR has been committed to telling the stories of the people we serve. Now, we're taking it one step further, giving you your own reporter.
Ashley Sharp, your reporter covering Solano County here.
I'm Esteban Reynoso in San Joaquin County.
I'm Madison Keevy in Sacramento.
Our journalists, now embedded, working, even living in the same community as you.
I'm your reporter covering Stanislaus County, Nina Burns.
I'm Brittany Halbleib. I'm in a Roseville neighborhood right now.
I'm Shelby Riley in El Dorado County.
I'm Tori Apodaca in Elk Grove.
Telling your stories on multiple platforms like never before.
I'm at the scene of the crash. As you can see, this is the runway for those crop dust planes.
I'm Steve Larson, the CBS 13 newsroom, working on a story about the governor's office.
Because as the times keep changing, one thing stays the same. Our promise to tell the stories that impact you. And as always, getting answers. Always streaming on CBS News Sacramento.
Tonight at 10, one local city going after street vendors who pop up.
And with that, that's a wrap. What a tale for the last hour of how we brought news to you for the last 70 years.
It has been an amazing run, and we couldn't do this day in and day out for 70 years without a talented team of people, most you never see in front of the camera.
So let's recognize them as we say goodbye to you, our team that have put together the news for the last 7 decades here on KOVR.
Back at the station here in West Sacramento, where this is all of the footage our photographers have shot over the decades. And I just grabbed the same tape that I already wiped.
I told you we are here in Stockton. This is too loud, right? From Matt, I'm gonna stop it. I see that it's maybe a family of Clydesdales to go by would have been trifecta.
Public, so I don't know, did you get public service? I sound like a reporter. I sound Good.
It's the heat. It's okay. I look better with less.
So we're almost done, and Marley found the script.
No, I've been rolling. Okay.
Oh, shoot. Captured all that.
Oh, yeah.
Shh, be quiet.
Who are you talking to, man? You talking to the producer?
Dogs and cats weren't the only animals to get lost in this storm. This horse is still waiting for his owner to claim him. He bit me.
Tedra Collins.
Sounds like a medicine. T-E?
E-D-R-A.
T-E-E-D?
No, T-E-D-R-A.
Tedra Collins,
Yes.
C-O-L-L-I.
It's time now for the Sports Report with Mike Chamberlain. There's something different about you tonight. I don't know what it is. New tie? What is it?
No, no different. I went trick-or-treating as the San Diego Chicken tonight, and you can see all I got was the big bird.
Ready? Ready. I don't know about that.
What is wrong?
As we look at our forecast, and this is the witching hour, and right now in Sacramento it's 50.
Good night.